with audio and technical issues.
All right, this meeting will come to order. It's about 7:08, October 8th. Meeting before the Bristol Development Review Board. We're gonna take Peter Lossman up first since we stiffed him. We left him at the altar a couple of times. So we're gonna come on up, and this is a waiver application for a storage shed. You can pull right up and explain your project for the board.
There's not much to it. It's I think I applied for a 24 by 24, which is
22 by 20.
22 by 20.
Yep.
Which is probably a little bigger than what will actually be built, but I figured better big than small.
All right, and so you're in the RA5 according to the application.
Yep.
And so the setback, the front yard setback is 80, and that's what you want to, you need a waiver on?
Yep.
Down to 60 because of the
There's
Flood hazard area.
There's flood hazard, which I didn't know about, but
Yeah.
my thinking was the further from the road you get, the steeper the terrain is, requires more fill
up or down, going down.
towards the river.
Yeah. So,
Away from the road.
okay. And so it'd be to the north of your house.
Yes.
All right. And how big is your property? 3.8 acres.
Yeah.
All right. So waivers are allowed, setback waivers are allowed. And so you can't go 80.
I could.
It drops.
I could. It drops off. It requires more fill,
Yep.
more earthwork.
Yep. And what about going south of your house?
It gets a little close to the septic there.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't be in the septic, but it would be same thing. It's actually even steeper over on that side.
This is Carlstrom Road, so the river's behind you.
Yes.
I see it there, yeah, okay. Where's our game?
I'm Zoom.
I'm
Zoom.
Okay,
I'm trying to get documents pulled up and then.
oh, okay. Now, so everybody, so would they have just gotten them by email?
Yeah, all DRB members received information packets through email from me.
Do you guys have your documents? Tom, Brenda?
I do.
Jeff? Okay.
I have the documents. It's easier when you put them up here, but I can watch this with one screen and put them up on another screen.
Okay, so.
Whereas I can't, but I know what it's a very simple drawing anyway.
Yes,
It is.
yeah,
Yes, I have no objection to this, so.
right. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Lossman?
Yeah, whose property line is the one next to yours where the shed will be?
That's the Phelps.
Phelps?
Phelps.
And I see everyone has been notified and they are not here tonight.
Nope. No, they're
Can I
not.
ask the applicant, do you know if anybody has any concerns or objections among your neighbors?
Nothing I've heard from. My son owns the property to the south of me, and the Phelpses are aware of it.
Well, I figured
heard anything from them.
I figured your son already worked out something with you, got something in exchange for not objecting.
I got some eggs coming.
But the neighbors were notified, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, legally, I'm just curious as to whether you knew of anybody who was concerned.
No, haven't heard anything.
And yes,
Neighbors were notified 7 days before this meeting.
okay,
So.
Yeah.
nobody's-
so we've got some unique physical characteristics of the property with the drop off in the floodway. Behind, how far up does the flood zone come from the river for you?
I think the map I saw, it actually touches the back of my house now.
Ah, that's helpful.
I don't know if
Yeah, I know, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, materials submitted with the application, and it's from VCGI, whatever that is.
That's the Vermont Interactive Parcel Viewer.
Yeah, and so we can see that there's the vast majority of Mr. Lossman's property is in the floodway. There's not much he can do heading west. All right?
Question?
Yep,
John, question?
yeah,
Yeah,
John.
I think you may have sort of answered this. But I mean, you're putting it there just because of the drop off and there's sort of lack of other good spots. My second question, you can answer them both at once. There's no sort of impact on, I don't know, any kind of visual on the road. It looks like it's set pretty far back in the sense, so it wouldn't impact any kind of anything on the road, right?
60 feet.
Brett? Yeah, it wouldn't have any impact, if you're talking about people driving down the road? Or,
Yeah, is there a driveway or anything there nearby? I can't tell from the.
the driveway would go into the south end of my house. And then it's just storage, so there won't be a driveway going to it.
Got you.
So the colored map that came in with the application, actually, the floodway gets right up against the backside of the house and the backside of this proposed shed very close, so.
Yeah, I see it.
He's out of options,
Right.
and, accessory structure is permitted in RA5 as is in every zone.
Yep.
So, Brenda or Tom or John, do you guys have any questions?
I do not.
No,
Ted,
No, I don't.
you guys, everybody good?
Yeah.
I'll move that we approve the application for a waiver to, install a 20 by 20 foot by 22 foot storage shed, 60 feet back. With a front setback at 60 feet instead of 80 feet, due to the restrictions of the floodway, to the west of the storage shed and existing house.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor? We have four
Aye.
here. All right, look at that.
It was worth the wait.
Maybe we should have kept in suspense a little bit, like gone into deliberative session, we're just not sure. All right, so we'll get it right now. You're done.
Thank you.
You're welcome to stay for the rest if you want.
Drop my muscles.
All right. I was getting nervous.
Tell him if he stays for the whole meeting, we put him on the board.
Who's up last? So just before they're done.
All right, so we have a couple of sketch plans. The first one is Clark. That's permit number 24-401, Clark Investment Properties, parcel number 060243. Sketch plan review for a 2-lot subdivision, pursuant to Unified Development Regulations, section 920. So, is this Clark? This is Clark. All right, Jason's
Yeah,
here.
you blow it up for a big map, there's a lot going on.
Boy, it was, yeah, I had a 11 by, or 8.5 by 14, and it was just,
Good luck.
it was too busy. man.
Yeah. So everybody's familiar with the property at Austin Drive. Currently, there are 4 multifamily units and 1 single-family unit.
On the existing one.
On the existing parcel.
So they're pre-existing.
Yeah, all pre-existing 10.42, I believe, is the
Acreage?
10.19, and then it would be after the subdivision would be 9.43. What's being proposed is on the easterly portion of the property, and I can just run you guys through this if AZ has it on the screen.
Yep.
There's a red subdivision line.
Right.
Basically what we're doing for Martin and Kathleen Clark is carving off the easterly portion of the property, making a 0.76 acre parcel, so it does conform with the current zoning. It does have the minimum required road frontage.
So that's east.
That's east.
Yeah.
Yep, east on Hewitt Road,
What'd you say, 0.76?
0.76.
Okay.
Yeah.
What zone are we, AZ?
This is,
Or Jason?
That is the
HDR.
village.
Yeah, village.
Village DR?
Village mixed.
Mix.
Village mix. okay.
Yep. So the actual minimum lot size is 15,000 square feet, and we are at 32,000 and some change.
I've
so-
actually got it listed right here too.
Yep. There was an existing structure, residential structure on that part of the property originally, that did burn down a number of years ago, not looking to use any of the existing water and wastewater infrastructure, gonna be doing a new wastewater system. The soils are really good. A lot of the blue lines that you see on the big map are actually well isolation shields. There's a number of wells.
So the blue circles are well isolation.
Yeah, the blue shields. So basically, some of these are
Shields, yeah.
shallow wells, some of them are drilled wells.
We get blue way out here.
Oh yeah,
So is that septic or
that's water.
that's water as well?
Yep,
Okay.
yep, everything
So new septic, new well.
correct. Not utilizing the existing well that's there because that would throw it
Sorry,
over.
I missed when you put in the green there. What was the green showing us?
The green is the septic, proposed septic.
The
Okay,
new, Tom,
That's what you're requesting or what's there now?
that's what's gonna be proposed. We're gonna
Okay.
go through a new state permit. There's one out in the ground somewhere. We didn't find it, and it's probably undersized and not designed in accordance with the regs today, so.
Okay.
Start over. Basically. The biggest thing was finding enough isolation between all of the water supplies and where this wastewater system would go. We did have an on-site meeting with the state engineer and agreed that the rise in the road at that point and then back down onto the Clark investment properties did provide adequate protection to the wells across the road. So that's been actually gone through with the state beforehand. We also looked at how the current water system was constructed, and we wanted to make sure we did an adequate number of test pits on the property to prove that we had replacement areas for all of the structures that are there. That'll be a requirement when we go through with the state permitting. That'll be, as part of getting a permit, we need to show that we have replacement areas for all the residential units that are there. And we do, the soils are
It's gotta
good.
be really.
It's,
gravelly.
it's,
It's really.
you can hardly dig it.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole fall in as fast as you can pull a scoop
Yeah, I
out.
was wondering if it might perk too fast almost.
No such thing.
Yeah.
It will.
Get rid of it. Let it go.
Yeah, so great soil replacement areas identified. We have not gone through and submitted the state water and wastewater permit yet until after we get through sketch.
Okay.
Once we get here with a meeting with a conceptual with you guys, then we'll tie into the existing survey and work on the water and wastewater permit.
So access off of Hugh is gonna be this existing driveway and then
Correct.
fork off to the right.
Yeah, it'll be an existing drive, so there won't be a new highway curb cut onto Hewitt Road, so it's able to utilize the existing drive. The grades are relatively flat.
Is that the old burned out house? that
It
we
was.
used? Yeah.
Yep, so
Okay.
the driveway's it's gone.
Yeah, so we'll need an easement.
Yep. And as you can see, and actually we show the easement 30 feet width of an easement on the sketch plan. Once we have it
Yeah.
surveyed, we'll have that locked down.
Yeah.
And there's power right there on the site as well. So it's an ideal location for infill development. Based on my discussions with Martin and Kathleen, their daughter and son-in-law are looking to build a house. And that's where they want to go.
And you're proposing to put 1 unit or 2 units on this?
That's a single family home.
Okay.
Yep.
So this whole proposal is for a single family home?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, and. So you're gonna be okay okay with setbacks, that's easy.
We're gonna be good with setbacks. It's actually a fairly large parcel
Yeah,
for that
It looks like
area.
you're pretty centrally located on it, well.
Mhm. A little bit towards the
a little
west.
bit towards west,
Yeah, we gotta locate the wastewater system just east of the house, so kind of keeping things together.
But that back corner is gonna be off the line.
Correct, but we did put the zoning setbacks on and we meet all those. It's 15 feet.
Oh, is
from
it the
that
red dash?
Yep.
Okay.
Purple dash. We do have it there. We,
Got it, I see it now.
there's a shed that we're 17 feet from the shed and the setbacks 15, so we're close, but all zoning setbacks are met.
Got it. So it's a 2-lot subdivision, so it's a minor. Any, other questions for, Jason?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay,
Me too.
so so you wanna, your preference is to have the final hearing and then you won't have the wastewater permit in hand yet?
Yeah, we'll,
What's your sequence? What do you?
what I'd like to do, we have to tie in, there's an existing survey. We've surveyed parcels to the west and then LaRose has surveyed parcels to the east. We gotta tie in and make our subdivision plat.
Yeah.
And then we'll file for the wastewater. Probably, if all goes well, by the end of the month, we'd have stuff submitted to AZ first or second week in November. I am gone the first part of November, so end of November, first part of
No,
December.
so sequence, you're just gonna get our plat and you're taking care of wastewater.
Exactly.
They'll be on parallel tracks.
Yep, we'll submit simultaneous probably with the town and with the state.
Okay. Sounds good.
Any questions?
I'm good. Any questions, video people?
Nope.
All right,
Thank you very much.
we'll see you in
You want the
the end of
big one?
November or,
Keep that
yeah,
here.
keep that here.
I'll take that, please.
Or December.
Probably December 1st.
Probably December, yeah.
Yeah.
We won't want to jinx
Thank you,
it by
Jason.
saying November.
Thank you.
All right, see you, Jason. All right, now I've lost my agenda already. There's too much paper. here.
Next up is Butler.
There it is. All right, next item before us, new business, permit number 24-402. Callahan Butler, South 116 Road, parcel number 1101511001. Sketch plan review for a 2-lot subdivision. You're Callahan.
Hi there.
Hello. Walk us through. Can you pull it up, easy, or?
Yeah.
I've got a big map here too.
Yeah, let's put it out in front of us, that's helpful. All right, I got that one, but the big one's better. Well, actually, the agenda said 2-lot, but it's 4-lot, right?
It's three,
Well,
1 acres.
yeah, the agenda says 2. Well, it's 3 new ones plus
The
the,
agenda says 4.
You might have a,
This is Bob Henley's right here on 116.
oh,
So this is the 3 that we're doing. This is Bob
Okay.
here.
all right, so it's a 3-lot subdivision. Glad we got that straightened out. I was giving you an extra lot.
that might have been on me. I included the original lot as part of the.
Yeah, because I thought we did on the last one, we called it a 2-lot when it was splitting off 1 lot from.
Yeah, I think it's proper to call it a 4-lot since you're splitting
Right.
off the original lot, yeah. Whatever,
Yeah, well, other lands of Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's 4 lots.
that's 4
Yeah.
lots.
Yeah, so the 176, I see that. No, that's appropriate. I was thinking it was 4 lots to the left there. Henley, so, okay, you've got about 180 acres. And you're carving off 3 1-acre lots, right?
It's 22 acres on this side of the road.
Oh.
Side of 116.
Okay, so you straddle the road?
Oh, and we have the other side of 116 as
Okay, so
well.
that's a separate lot.
Yeah.
All right, so the remaining land on this side of the road is about 22 acres?
Yeah, well, this whole lot here is about 22 acres.
Okay,
Total.
and you're taking 3 acres out of it?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What zoning district is this?
RA1,
RA1?
yep.
Thank you.
So we have an existing driveway to the lot that they don't own that is partly on the property and partly on theirs, and then a new 50-foot right of way all the way along? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I thought the Henley lot was well, that's yeah, tell us.
We've got Henley's driveway, and then we've got a single wide trailer that's gonna go, is on the edge of that property that has its own driveway as well.
Oh,
So that
I
driveway is
see.
just gonna be extended past that trailer. and it'll
That's
stay
actually
back.
2 driveways. I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's existing?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't need a new cut to the road at all.
No.
Yeah.
No, we've got a mailbox for a single wide trailer and driveway there.
Except that driveway, at least as drawn to, if it's to scale, is not very wide at all.
Yeah, you're gonna have to,
You'll have to put something a little more substantial, I think, for the service 3
Yeah,
lots.
right now, I mean, it's not much of a driveway. It's got a curbside, but it's just pretty much driving along the edge of the meadow.
well, you're gonna have to talk to AOT. Because you're on 116. And so they're gonna I would do so early. To make sure whether they're okay or not, they might make you shift it a little. Since you're gonna have multiple houses here, it's awfully close to the existing driveway in the Henley property, so.
Yeah.
They can be persnickety about curb cuts on state highways anyway. They're the ones who have to approve that. I would be talking to them to make sure, tell them what your plans are, and if you can just work off the existing curb cut, great, but you've gotta let them know that you're gonna have more houses and
with
hopefully it's okay.
and with 3 houses back there, do we need a real road and a cul-de-sac?
Well,
Technically, it would be a private road.
yeah, no, definitely it's a private road, but, I don't think we
I just-
can.
I
You know,
think
we
we just
have-
need to ask our own fire department if they're okay with
Well,
it.
Yeah, no, as it'd be either a hammerhead or at the end, something. So you're gonna have to, we always make people.
Turn around at the end of the drive.
Yeah, something, whether, people sometimes do a cul-de-sac or sometimes do a hammerhead. You gotta talk to the fire department, because that's the fire chief, because that's how.
Maybe get in, turn around.
Yeah, when we want the road to be big enough so 2 emergency vehicles can
Yeah, I
pass.
think it's 25 feet.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we're far from that now.
Yeah, I know, you're gonna have to improve the road, but.
Cause how do you work that being on the edge of Henley's driveway? So
Well,
you get your,
Yeah, you have to go the other way, or, well, if that curb cuts remains the curb cut, you may need to center that. Or slide it more towards this dotted line.
Is this the trailer?
yeah.
You got
this-
the whole-
This
you
is
got
the
the
trailer
thi-
here, and there's a little shed here, and this drive comes in. Yeah, you can see the.
Yes, so how you gonna get past that?
It's just an old shed. So the
Okay,
shed's probably gonna
and
be.
so are you gonna have enough room between the trailer, and your property line?
LaRose
to-
thought,
to,
LaRose thought so.
Pardon me?
LaRose thought.
Okay,
thought
all
we
right,
did.
all right,
Fire chief, or?
yes.
the
So
fire
No,
chief
you-
or
Ron.
Survey.
You
Ron
gotta
LaRose,
talk, you
yeah.
gotta talk to. you
Yeah.
gotta talk to the fire chief.
Yeah, because you're gonna need 25 feet here. And
Yeah.
if you don't have it, you got a
As he was
problem.
hoping they could kind of just get
Yeah.
around the trailer,
Yeah, you gotta have 25 feet.
Yeah, and.
which is fine. I mean, if we do get to the point where we actually act on these lots right now, we're just want to get the paperwork done on it. If we do act on it, the trailer and the shed will probably be removed.
I see.
I think that's the key. You got 50-foot right of way, so you got the space, but it seems to me with 3 lots back there, you're not just dealing with a driveway with 3 entrances. You gotta have a road, it can still be private, but you gotta do a little more design on that and talk to the fire department, figure out how to make it safe and, people like it, so.
Yep. So this is, because it's 4 lots, it's classified as a major subdivision, which procedurally means at least 2 hearings. We'll have a preliminary hearing. If any new questions or issues come up, then a second hearing gets warned. I mean, theoretically, it could be more than that, but I've never,
Now, even-
I've never
even-
seen that.
Even being that the fourth lot has its own driveway on the other side of the property,
Yeah. We
because you
have,
guys are considering this a lot, and then these the other three, right?
right,
Yeah.
right, and we have to have, procedurally, we have to have two
Well,
hearings.
the fourth lot isn't the lot owned by the other guy, it's the rest of your property.
Yes.
Subdividing it off of, yeah.
Yes,
Right.
Yeah.
So this is not hearing one, this is sketch plan, so we can talk about issues and concerns and, you know, those types of things, so if, and then, you know, you're gonna have to have a subdivision plat drawn for preliminary. And you want to have on it where that driveway is gonna be in that right of way. We're gonna need to see that, so if it goes through the house, that's okay, that means one of the conditions upon approval would be that, before these lots get developed, that trailer gets either
I
pushed.
mean, it's a vacant trailer, we don't,
Oh, okay,
not anybody.
yeah, I just don't think you can't squeeze by it,
No.
not at 25 feet, not on that little. So this is north, so the northwest corner of lot one gets awfully close to that
Yeah,
trailer.
it's awful tight, yeah.
Yeah, so, but it may be that AOT will want you to shift that up north a little bit to get more separation. Maybe not, you know,
So will this have to be done prior to this?
you'll need to have, for the final hearing, we're gonna want you to have since it's the state, we want you to have a curb cut access permit from AOT, or it could be conditioned that you're not, final plat approval requires submission of that, so you'd have to go chase it down.
And it's always a good idea to get with Brett, in terms of what he's gonna need from you, in terms of, getting his fire trucks in there, coming out of there.
Yeah, we're gonna have something like this. See that Y?
Yeah.
Here, it looks like three fingers.
Yep.
Because I set mine in with cul-de-sac, like Tom said.
Yep.
Kevin did, and the state rejected it. So they don't,
So Rose would draw this up as well?
yeah, the Rose did this.
Yep.
It's counted. It comes in here and you turn it.
Yeah.
They don't like cul-de-sacs, because people park it.
Yeah.
For parties and stuff, they park it. So I got my, from Vermont Division of Property for fire prevention, that they don't do cul-de-sacs here. They do when it's a dead end.
Yeah, which is what we'd have at that third house. So he might just go with a hammerhead. Brett might just tell you to do that.
That's what this is called?
That's all they ever had. Kevin did that.
Yep.
Because Kevin had a road enough first. So they rejected it.
Yeah, so start with Brett, and then once Brett tells you what he wants to see, then they can be drawn in on the plat.
Okay.
Any other questions for Callahan?
Didn't want to interrupt.
No,
Thanks,
it's
no,
it's
we appreciate
helpful.
it.
Yeah, I didn't know that cul-de-sacs are now passé.
All new to me.
All right. Yeah, so plan on moving that shed and trailer.
Yeah, so to get all this approved, do I have to move?
No, but it's.
So I'm just looking to get it approved, then someday when we act
But
on
you-
it, then it can be moved
Right,
and
but
the
you
drive be
gotta,
done.
right, but you gotta.
It's just be a condition, it's gotta go at that point when they put the road in. That's-
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
and, but, you're gonna have to draw in the road.
Yep.
You know, so if it's going through the trailer, we'll need to, I guess, see that, and that's gonna tell you that it's gotta go.
Well, a trailer could technically, you could move it anywhere, but it's probably, sounds like it's not in that great a shape.
No, it's an old trailer.
So,
Yeah.
you wanna make an offer, Tom?
No, I don't want a trailer.
All right, so, when do you think, you have a sense of when you'll be able to get the stuff together for the preliminary plat?
Well, I'll have to go back and talk to Ron, and so pretty much you just wanna see this set up with a hammerhead turnaround or whatever they
No, no,
recommend, or whatever Brett recommends.
Whatever Brett recommends, you gotta we want a
And-
wide enough road so that two emergency vehicles can pass.
Okay.
And where that's gonna be.
Just let me ask you, is there any water issues? Is it wet? Is there any drainage issues out there or anything?
No, it's not wet at all. It's stone.
I wouldn't
stony
think so, but yeah, okay. Because that
So what
could,
do you,
Or stones and dirt.
what are you doing for septic? You talking to getting a wastewater permit lined up, or you just gonna do subdivision now and wait?
We were just gonna do subdivision and then wait.
Yeah, because you're gonna need wastewater for water supply,
well,
you're gonna drill wells.
yeah, I'm sorry, once you go to the engineer, let him just think about where they put septic and if there are any drainage issues or anything, just so that you don't do a subdivision, then ultimately find out it doesn't work. I mean, those are reasonable questions to ask, I think.
Well, the roads, they've already been in there and done test holes.
Oh, they have.
Oh, okay, then you're good, then you're good.
On his plat, he's gonna show us where the septic, typically he shows us where the septic sites will be in the replacement areas.
Yep.
And do you think that each lot is gonna have its own on that lot?
I
or you think
believe
it's gonna
that,
be
I believe
shared?
that was the plan.
Okay,
Clark's came in for him and
okay. All right, well, that information then will be on the preliminary sketch.
Do we have
yeah,
any
this
concerns
is all I've
about,
received from them so far.
Right,
do we have any concerns about power too, or, I know the power pole's like right there on the road, but.
get power.
Yeah, it seems close enough. I don't
Seems
think
close
it's
enough,
be a
but-
Problem, I mean,
yeah.
we've got power at the trailer now, but that's kind of an old school system, the line comes across the pasture. So probably something different would have to be done there,
Yeah, so you'd be
but
talking.
they figured they'd bury it down the edge of the driveway.
Well, if
That
it's,
makes
if it's coming across, they're gonna want it right away so that we can see that it's gonna stay there. Otherwise, you gotta put it in your new, gotta have it in a right, we have to know it can stay there.
Yep.
You saw the previous hearing, we had isolation distance issues, so is there a house on this property down here, Carter, is it anywhere near?
Jeff Carter's house is out on, well, his is on the corner by the notch and he's got a barn over here, but
Yeah.
they had cleared a lot over here, little clear cut.
Yeah.
But there's no buildings over there now.
Okay, well, Ron will be looking for that with you have to have isolation distances around wells, and if there are already existing septics on another lot, that shadow can extend
Right over those
onto your lot, and so.
Yeah, cause he said, Ron had said these will probably shadow onto our
Mhm.
parcel here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yep, well, the good thing is you've got a lot of retained land, so worst comes to worst, you have to put a shared septic or something outside these 3 lots, you could do it. With easements.
But yeah, those buffer zones are a first come, first serve. So somebody else next to your land
So if
puts
somebody's
a buffer
already,
zone onto yours,
Yeah.
you're out of luck.
so is there anything going on this side of Jeff Carter's? I guess that would be the only.
I have no
Well,
idea.
That we've seen.
there'd be an existing wastewater and water supply, potable water supply permit.
Yeah.
Chances are, unless it's a really, really old system. And so that's something Ron would be looking at. He'd be pulling that permit for this property and then figuring out where the septic and wells are and then figuring out the isolation.
I can't imagine anything be close enough. I mean, Bob Henley's is the only one that I'd wonder about. I don't, growing up, I've never seen any houses or barns or
Yeah.
buildings or anything
Yep,
out there.
so you're probably good, but that's something that Ron does as part of the job.
Yeah.
Or Kevin, who's ever doing it.
Seen both of them. I think both are gone.
Any other questions for Callahan? All right, so you let AZ know when you're ready to get the preliminary schedule. We don't need to put you on a date now. You just let her know when you're ready to go and
Well, sounds like we need to talk to Brett about the
Yeah.
driveway
and I talked to AOT, Agency of Transportation. I don't know who the heck.
Yeah.
and where do
I
I reach
can-
out?
I can help you with that.
Yeah, so they control access to any state highway.
Sure.
James has got their number too, if you want to hit him up.
I doubt
We
it's,
talked to them too long ago for ours.
I doubt it's a problem, but you wanna know on the front end rather than on the back end.
Get too far into things.
A 50-foot.
Separation,
Width,
yeah, maybe,
width of the driveway, they may require that.
Yeah.
35 minimum.
yeah.
Now, does it make a difference with the fence line? Can you leave a fence line where it is for pasture? And that can be extended off of that, doesn't make a difference.
I don't know.
Where's the fence line?
Where's the fence line?
Right on the edge of the driveway.
Well, the fence line can be in the right of way, but the driveway's got there's a right of way and then the driveway is within the right of way.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have a 25-foot driveway, but AOT, as Joel's saying, may say, no, it's gotta be bigger than that, and if it's gotta be bigger than that means you move the fence line a little.
Right.
You got a driveway right now that's scaling at about 10 feet. So your driveway is gonna be considerably bigger than that.
Yeah, I got a feeling the fence is gonna have to move.
Maybe
Yeah, I think you're gonna be moving your fence, and those two, and everything.
Yeah. Well, we get to that point,
Yeah, but AOT has someone for this area who does it all the time.
And plus, the Rose, knows, what's required. Brought up for you.
Yeah.
And, Kevin, how long does a person usually have to wait to get, permission from the state? Highway
Well,
folks?
you did it for your
We
driveway,
did
out
it.
in the country like this, I don't think it's too bad.
It wasn't too bad. I think the main thing was just waiting for the guy to be in the area and have time.
Yeah.
But after that, he came by and mostly he was worried about visibility of the driveway.
Right, it's a slight distance.
Yeah, the site distance he was really worried about, but other than that, it was pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's harder when you're dealing with intersection.
Mhm.
Or if you need if it's commercial and you need people turning left, they get persnickety about that because.
Or a big hill or something else that obscures a visibility.
Right.
Yep.
this is pretty wide open on 116, so.
Yeah.
You're open, you're wide open there.
Yeah, so that would be pretty good, but if you can get that in hand, by the time we have the second hearing, that'd be great.
Yeah, doesn't seem like that's gonna be too much trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it always makes sense on something like that to get it locked down, because lines change, regulations
Yeah,
change.
things change, right?
Yeah, that's right, and so even if you're not gonna develop it right now, get your access permit from AOT when and then we'll go, Ron or Kevin will take it from there.
Alright,
All right,
fair enough.
all right, Joel is
Appreciate
up,
everybody's time.
Sure.
so let AZ know when you're ready and we'll get you scheduled.
Alright, cool, thank you.
All right, we're continuing. Old business, 24-400 T&M Bouvier LLC, 68 Pine Street, parcel number 205118, requesting a final plat review for a 5-lot subdivision. Joel is here. What are we looking at, Joel?
You have to sign him in again.
Oh, yeah, you're late.
No, these others were sketches.
They still are giving testimony, it's true. Joel, raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence you shall give before this development review board shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And Lossman wasn't a sketch plan, but better late than never.
Right.
Roll us out,
Pete's
Morris.
here. I saw him again.
Are you still at your
That's
spot?
that's the old
That's
plan.
the old plan.
AZ's got
All right.
one there, and it's up on the,
Yeah,
he
I
had
just
it up on
wanted
the
to,
screen.
I just wanted to put something out in front of us here.
You guys, the last hearing in August or September, you wanted the locations of all the septic, and has those on there.
Yep,
That's all been sent to the state with a nice big fat check.
yep.
Oh, so they've
pretty.
already approved. them.
No, I haven't got my 35 days up yet.
Oh,
The
You have your permit.
portable water, the water guy from the state was in today and yesterday, and Kevin took him by and showed him that where the water line is. The water line is out of the road, just off the edge of the road, because the town gave me permission to do it early because they paved the street. Cause I was on the very first one to crack it open about 3 weeks after they paved it.
No, that's the way it goes, right?
Yeah, so
So the water line is outside the public right of way?
water line is from the center here to here, right here. It's right there,
Okay, so-
right there.
all right, so
It's
where's
about
the,
20 feet off the
so
road.
where's the curb step?
It's a 2-inch valve right there.
Oh,
They
okay,
can shut the whole development down if they have to.
okay.
I think it's the other line, a little bit to the left.
So what's the
See where
dotted
so many
line
water
here?
lines?
Dotted line
Is that the right of way?
That's
I
the
had trouble-
50-foot utility right away.
Oh,
Down
okay,
here and back.
Yeah, that's it.
all right, and so in the driveway right of way is within the utility right away.
Correct,
All right,
to feed the 3 back lots.
okay,
The existing house has its own driveway, and the barn had its own driveway, which we're gonna use for this new house.
okay. So the 2 houses on Pine Street,
One house presently, this
right, but the 2 lots on Pine Street, so that's
they'll service by their own driveway.
lot 2 and lot 1 will have their own access to Pine Street.
Correct. Lot 2, we're using the same driveway curb cut for the barn that was there.
So there's a 2, and that's a 2-inch water line coming off the Pine Street with a shut off.
And then
Yeah.
2 inch till it gets down to, see, there's 1, 2, 3 curbs here.
Yeah, those are
When
all,
it gets just 2 feet past this 3rd curb, it reduces down to 3/4 to feet this last one.
okay. Lot 5.
Lot 5. 3, 4, and 5 will have a 3-inch or 3/4 inch K copper to their house from the 2-inch main.
All right, and so we've got septics and replacements on every lot.
They're all standard 1,000-gallon tank and a leach field, no mounds.
So lot 1 is the existing house. The septic shown on there, is that new septic or is that already there?
That's the
too?
replacement of existing. We haven't found the old one yet. That's the replacement.
Okay, it's a
We're not
replacement.
sure
I
what
get-
we're gonna do with that house yet, whether we're gonna sell it as is or tear it down or fix it up and then flip it.
Got it.
We assumed it was 10 to 20 feet off the backside of the house, so Kevin put the replacement system down where you
Well,
see
you know,
it.
Bristol soils are so good that sometimes there's not much down there. It's just a, not, it just goes down.
Yep. They all perked.
How old is that? What's that existing house?
1918.
Yeah, okay, 100 years old.
That was the first Drake and Smith building. That wasn't a house, that was the office of the
Oh, really?
Bristol Box Company, my history.
Oh, wow, so
Reg
the
Dearborn, the president.
factory was across the street.
No,
right?
no, the factory up here was the 3rd location.
Okay,
Bristol Box had an office here.
yeah,
By his article from 1918,
yeah,
they built an office here. And down in here, you can see some of the old, not foundations, indentation of the ground where the foundation was. They got it was just the Bristol Box Company. They made wooden boxes.
yeah, yeah,
And they shipped it all out by freight on the railroad.
yeah.
And then they actually moved, by history says, in the 40s, they moved down across from the Lawrence Prairie. That's where the name is, Dirk and Smith Road, down by Lawrence Prairie.
Okay.
That's why that's named. And then eventually, in the 60s, they moved over to Pine Street.
So Joel,
Pine
were these
Street-
boxes that they put people in or they were just?
No, little tiny jewelry boxes, all kinds of boxes by the history. And it was ironically, the article that Red showed me for the house was built in 1918, the house was. And the voters approved a 5-year tax anticipation, whatever, what they do now where you don't have to pay taxes for 5 years, if they bring jobs into town.
Yeah, I don't think the select board likes to do that anymore, but yeah, I get it.
In 1918. And if you've ever been over here by this little house, there's a little tiny shed right here that's gonna be removed.
Mhm.
We found the history of that. That was built in 1949 after the war by Clayton Ledoux, and just passed away a year or so ago. And I know they're always wondered why they called Clayton Jr. And the article was, that was the first information booth down on the park. It was built for the Boy Scouts in 1949 by Clayton Ledoux and Clayton Ledoux Jr.
Oh, wow,
We're gonna try to save it. We're gonna try to save it.
okay. So the fire chief didn't want a
The
cul-de-sac.
state, AZ must have the paperwork
I do, it's in a,
in the
an
folder.
older,
Yeah,
That, the first one that Kevin proposed was
I remember, yeah.
it was a roundabout. I think
Yeah,
this-
yeah,
no, this one
cul-de-sac.
doesn't show
and-
Cul-de-sac,
and- and
and
so-
the state, fire division. Fire prevention
Oh,
division.
DFS, Division of Fire Safety?
Yeah, they said, we send it into them and they said, no,
No kidding.
they don't like cul-de-sacs anymore. They like these hammerheads, they're called, because you can
Yeah.
pull in here and back
Yeah,
around.
yep.
Wow. That's an education for
And
all.
if you've ever been to a cul-de-sac, people are parking in them all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's
especially
true.
holidays or whatever, yeah.
And my permit from the town was a 25-foot entrance to the road, so 2 cars could meet going down the road.
Yep,
for the first 25
So
feet.
you've got your,
Driveway
highway
car-
access from the select board.
But
From
this
the
is a
road
road,
road.
this is what I was talking about, the other one. This is, you know, when you start putting a few lots back on it, you need a real road, but, and you've got one here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dotted line around each lot, Ron puts those in, Kevin do, that is the zoning setbacks. So when somebody
So
sees a
that- so
lot,
we
they
see the
know,
building envelope.
the building envelope, they
It's
call it,
inside,
yes.
yeah,
I
okay,
love a building envelope.
all right. Brenda,
So
John.
So
Tom,
what is the dotted line down next, in the right of way? Oh, no, that is the right of way, I guess. Then that dotted line that runs,
That's the right of way, that's the 50-foot right of way.
yeah, I see
Utility
that.
right of way.
But
You'll
what's
see
the
a note-
dotted line over to the left of that, next to the road that's running?
You'll see right there, it says proposed power pole, that is now in.
Oh, that's the power.
That's the power, all underground power, no pole.
Okay, so the long,
One pole at the street side, going all the way 175 feet down to a green box down there.
so the long dash line, that's kind of a
It's on an angle.
diagonal. It's kind of an angle, that's the that's the
No.
track of the
That's
track of the power line.
power.
I don't know where you say it says
Phone
power.
company,
I didn't see that, but okay.
Phone
got it.
company and cable, I put we'll have all the conduits in for everybody. Not that I'm trying to sell cable or phone, but it's going in and it'll be down the back lots if they
Yeah,
want.
perfect.
We didn't want telephone poles or power poles.
You gonna sell these lots or build these houses?
I'm gonna sell the lots, Tom.
Okay,
I'm too old to build houses anymore.
well, I don't know, you know, you might still have a few in you.
I've had a few builders ask me about it.
Yeah,
I said, well, let me get through the permitting process and maybe we can talk.
Yeah. Well, so it looked like quite a job getting that barn down.
It was
That was a lot of stuff in there, wasn't there?
inside the barn and inside the house.
Yeah.
6 30-yard containers went to the trash dump.
Oh my
And
god,
two tandem loads of, in Picker's truck.
holy smokes.
$6,000 worth of trash.
And it was all good stuff, right?
We sold a lot of stuff in Lonsdale, a lot.
yeah, I was gonna say that's when we need the, we need a townwide yard sale or something, all for one house.
Well, they had a few yard sales there, you know, while they were still living there.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I don't remember that, but
yeah,
maybe they did.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you know anybody wants to buy some pottery, send them my way. I probably got 5,000 pieces of different, little churches, little animals, okay,
Wow,
out of that barn, came out of that shop in my garage.
holy smokes.
I need some
Trying to-
Christmas presents. I might-
Yeah.
I sold probably,
You gotta
I probably
finish
sold
them.
100 boxes so
No,
far, $5 a box.
It would be,
Fill a box up this much and.
it's a conflict of interest to give us Christmas presents.
No.
Is it pottery, Joel, or is it like porcelain?
It's pottery. It's been fired once, it's gotta be painted, and I have a kiln to refire after it's been painted and sell.
Save some for your retirement. You can get into painting.
No.
Yeah.
I thought I had a buyer down White River Junction, a pottery studio, and then when they saw it all, they came and looked at it all, and they go, we don't have room for it.
You know, you could get Comstock and run for his money.
Up on Main Road.
I'm in New York City right now, and a few places around the city there, places you can go in and paint your own pottery, plates, bowls, whatever, and then they finish fire them for you and you take them home or come back and get them. But you see people in there and they're meditating after work or whatever, painting their
Well, that's what Matlock does. That's what Matlock does in her thing. So you can do that here.
If you don't think I got a few,
Oh my gosh.
starts from here, those are all the boxes, that looking that way. And then
Oh
that
my
trailer
gosh.
is full,
Oh my gosh.
it was just packed full.
Wow.
The barn was packed with stuff.
Brenda, Tom, John, any more questions for Joel?
No, it looks like a
Any more
good project to
questions?
me.
I think it looks good. Joel, you inherited something worse with that than I did when I bought the mill. In the mill, when I bought it, there was something like at least 100,000 greeting cards new, and also like millions of little, gift cards and little things like that were left over from prior business there. It was, the entire basement was full of gift
That
cards.
was Gullickson left that there?
And
She did this thing where she had like the little southwestern motif,
Yeah.
kite and cactuses and stuff like that, and she sold all these guest cards. And the business model used to be, you took all that risk on, you produce the cards, you send them out to the shops, anything they don't sell, they send back to you and get a refund. So after years, they had a basement full of greeting cards. And we spent a couple of years before the renovation selling them in any way we could, package them up, and we sold them and funded a scholarship through Bristol Friends of the Arts with the proceeds. So it was a good thing, but better than pottery, Joel. Maybe.
I hate to crush it all. I really
Yeah,
do.
no,
Yeah, that's a good question.
Bill.
Have you reached out to the Five-Town Friends of the Arts?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
rec department, the schools,
no one will take it.
they said we just don't have that much space or that much volume.
well, maybe they take some. Okay, Ted, any of us? No? Okay,
Guess we're all set.
somebody wanna make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Tom moves to approve the 5-lot subdivision.
Second.
Ted seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, 7-0?
Yep.
You're good, you're good?
Okay,
So, you gotta get the Mylar in,
yep.
you know, and,
Ron is waiting to tweak it, Kevin is, because once we set this green box, he gave us a stake to set it, and wants to get it exact.
yeah, well, you've got 180 days.
Yeah.
And then I sign it, and then,
Okay. And then, on a different subject, he's gotta work, Michelle's working with me. They gotta locate, once we get the curb stops all in, locate them, put them on the map, then there's gotta be an easement between me and the town. I'm giving the water lines to the town.
oh, you are?
It's all copper,
Okay, so,
$8,500 worth of copper. Once I put them in the
the
ground, I
town,
don't own
the
them.
town's taking over the line up to the
The new
spot
ordinance,
where it reduces?
up to the spot where every
Where it goes
curb
to
stop.
3/4.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
they'll own
last
everything
curb
till
stop.
curb stop.
Okay, so that's
And
gonna
then
become,
curb stop to house is the owner, just like it
alright,
is here.
so it's gonna be a municipal line.
At the municipal line.
And the town's gonna take the street too, right?
No,
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 The street's gonna stay private? Okay.
the street is private and the 3 lot owners on lots 3, 4, and 5 they're gonna be in agreement, the 3 of them own the road or pay for the maintenance of that road. I agreed to do the maintenance until the last lot sells.
Mhm.
Then the 3 lot owners, the lots 1 and 2 on border of Pine Street, can't put a driveway off that road, but they can use it for, go down back to get their leaves and stuff, but they can't put a personal driveway on that road, because they're not paying any maintenance fee on that 3, only the 3 in the back.
so we just, I'll have to draw it up, we did it on Joy Drive.
Right,
So we did a quick claim and easement, quick claim to give the town, quick claim all rights to the water line and an easement. So that's what the town comes away with by turning it over to the town,
right,
all one document,
right.
so.
But Kevin isn't ready to submit that till he says, I can't until you put the curb stops in.
No, I know, but.
With my transit.
Yeah, no, I just drafted it for Joy Drive, so if you look at, that'll be the template.
Okay,
J Drive? J,
Jay,
the one on the Heffernan one.
yeah, off of Plank, yeah, north of Plank.
Yep.
Okay,
We just did it,
well, thank you very much.
all right.
I mean, why is doing that, the select board person, the fellow down the hill on the right, on the end of the table knows all about it.
I
He's
know.
onto a private line now that we don't know, we never knew, right? School, Mount Abraham owned it, I don't know why they kept it, Tom knows, you know, Kevin.
Yeah, you get Tom and.
Dale and you
worked
all
that out.
involved with that, so.
Yeah.
All righty,
I was
thank you very
wondering,
much.
Did you get a line?
The town's got a good attorney on it, so it'll,
Did you get a repair line? Did you fix that line?
No, I don't even know where I'm at with it now.
Yeah, no, well,
He's got water and he's like, just like everybody else in town, probably got a leak somewhere, like, well, not everybody, but some of them.
Someone's got a big leak.
Yeah, we only
Oh,
sell
okay.
60% of our water that we pump every day. We waste 40% of our water in town. And you wonder why we wanna pass the big bond?
yeah, I know.
We
Yes,
got to. We're gonna end up like Rutland, this town's gonna end up like Rutland. We're creating water
Well,
lines
the fact that we've got,
right?
the fact that we've got, 100 water meters that we can't read is not,
Yeah.
not helping. All right, so I gotta find the minutes.
You need me to-
No, we're good.
I need to sign anything?
No.
You swore me in?
No, we'll get the decision out when I get the minutes. And, but then you just gotta get that plat.
I'll talk to Jeff in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
see ya.
Thank you.
All right, so we're looking at the August 27, 2024 minutes. Members present were it was me, Rebecca, Ted, Dale, and Brenda. So John and Tom are off the hook. Pretty brief. So it's continuation of the Ash Smith appeal, and that's it.
Right.
So I move that we approve the August 27, 2024 minutes.
A second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0. So we cleared that one up. So we're adjourned.
Yay.
The October 22nd meeting for the continuation of Ash Smith appeal, he's requested a second continuation.
So we're gonna have to convene to bump it to a date certain,
Yeah,
and we're gonna pick a date.
but I just want to let y'all know because y'all are more than welcome to just be on Zoom for that.
Yep.
There's no
I'll
reason to come in. There's nothing else on the agenda except for that
Right.
continuation.
Which meeting is that?
The next one, October
Next one.
22nd.
Yeah, yeah, so we'll either do it in November, I gotta check my schedule, we'll either do it in November or do it in December, but that'll be it.
Yep. Also, I'm not booking any meetings for November 26th, I believe it's the fourth Tuesday in November, or December 24th, because those are holidays.
Right,
and,
yeah.
Right.
But.
No
December
meeting
10th
on Thanksgiving, huh?
No review, just some turkey. But that is all.
All
for
right.
me. Thank you, everyone. for-
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for working.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks for working on the technology.
My
Nice
job, I'll do my
efficient
best.
meeting. Thank you.
You were,
Thank you.
you were,